Hello everyone, welcome to the course Web3 Hacking with Python. So in here I'm going a little bit deep diving into interacting with the smart contract. So it's the same contract, same API, so I'm not going to show the ethers again. But I just remember one thing that I didn't show about how to copy the contract address. So you can copy here, copy the address so you get the address from it. Okay. Okay, so here I'm just adding some library from Python which is logging. So I'm going to log all the result in my terminal. It is showing with the timestamp. So I'm using the logging. So these are login setups, and there's a normal etherscan connection. So if it is connected, it's written true. If not, they return false and exit. And this one is loading the contract address and API like the old time previous video. So I'm going to fetch out all data. In the previous video, what we did is we tried to pull out all the function name from the contract, but here we are going to call out all the function name that has a names and symbols, exclamation stuff. So it's like if the one we are running the contract, we are running the Python code, you can see the contract names, symbols. So if it's a NFT token, so you can see that those symbols, their name, and also the contract token name, how many decimal they use, is 18 decimal or not. We can see those things stuff. So and I'm going to log those things on the terminal. If you want, you can use a print, but I'm using the login so you can see the timestamp and everything stuff. And what I'm going to do in here is I'm using the fetch out the token balance. So inside the token, how many balance is in it. So some NFT has a 1 million, some has a 2 million, more than that. So we can see the detailed balance about the contract token. Okay, so this part is a definition for fetch out token, and this one is a fetch out for metadata. So metadata is we are calling the contract because the contract variable has a contract address and API. So inside the contract there is a function which is name, and we are to call. So I'm going to call the name function, symbol function, decimal function, so we can see the name of the token, NFT token, name by symbol of the token, and how many decimal they use. So we can see in here, and this part we are going to fetch out the balance. So I'm going to call out the balance part is a little bit different from the normal because in the smart contract we are using mostly in the way format. Way is less 18 decimal than the ether. So if like one ether, one way is like a 0.00001, so it's a 18 decimal. So we can use like so you can see in the one contract is running. So I'm going to change the format for the balance. Balance as a decimal. Decimal is a variable to save the how many decimal in the contract using. So the because we have no idea about that, so how many decimal the contract using. So I'm using the variable here 10 into decimal. We are going to balance to convert in the Ethereum format, in the V format to convert in the Ethereum format. Okay, so I'm going to log in those things, token balance of address, and format that balance. Because we can balance out, we are going to see the main balance in the good readable format. So I'm using the format balance, and I'm going to call out the symbol of the contract. If something happen, something error happens, so the contract is fresh token balance, and the code is and so here is the main function. In the main function, I'm calling to run the contract metadata address to check. This is the address. I'm just copy from the random contract, so they are going to check and then telling me about the balance of that address. Okay, so this is a basic level of communicating with the smart contract in Python. Mainly we can say like ethereum network and Python. If you are using the polygon, it's okay, we just need to paste it in a polygon address. At least the all contract in a EVM base. So let's start to run it out. So I'm going to run the anvil's forking network. Just give a sec. Now it is up and running. So look approaching ready with the forking start stage. So I'm going to run the file. So python 3 and the file name is smart contract interact with the python. Okay, patient. So here is I'm logging it, so they showing the log time in here. So connected to ethereum node is true, and the contract name is chainlink token, symbol is link, decimal are using 18. So in the format stage you can see the balance is, if we are not formatting it, you can see like 0.00 and the amounts. So we convert the format, that's why we can read like this way. So it's a 952949.03598 links inside the chain link. Okay, so there's a little bit more deep diving into blockchain smart contract with python. So I'm going to end it here, and we will meet you again in next video. Bye bye.